Hey guys, since it's end of the month, that's exactly the time when I'm traditionally sharing with you which perfume out of all I've been testing and smelling during the month impressed me the most. So make sure to keep on watching to find out everything about my most favorite fragrance discovery of April 2022. But before I tell you more about it, I would like to ask those of you who are here for the first time to subscribe to my channel right now, and please give this video a huge thumbs up. And once you're done with that, we can get started. Hello and welcome everyone to today's video, in which I will be reviewing for you one of the most interesting fragrances I've smelled in the recent time, and definitely the best found of April 2022, which I actually discovered while researching best tobacco fragrances, because I'm still working on my best of tobacco episode that I've already announced several times, and it is coming up really soon. But I'm still trying to add all those gorgeous tobacco fragrances to my collection, and this fragrance that we are gonna talk about today, which is called Memory Motel, is definitely among them. So I've never heard about this French niche brand that is called Une Nuit Nomade. Probably I mispronounced its name, sorry. Let me know how to say it correctly, and please let me know if you are already familiar with it, because I got definitely very curious about this fragrance, because the notes sounded amazing, and I will tell you more about them in a second, but also because it got compared to one of my beloved fragrances in my collection. And once I tried it, I realized that this is just an amazing addition to my collection overall. So first things first, Memory Motel comes in this rather contemporary and minimalistic bottle, but what I loved a lot checking out their official website is all the illustrations on their perfumes, and they are so attractive, they are so beautiful that I immediately wanted to explore their entire range. I got a few samples and I really want to show you them. So this one is called Murmur Dudu, probably that's the very wrong way to pronounce it, so please teach me how to say it right down below. And this is Hadin's de Misfach. So both fragrances look very beautiful, and I hope that I can get all their fragrance, and I hope I can get samples of all their perfumes so I can review the entire line for you. If you're interested in that, please thumbs up this video. But with that being said, let's talk about Memory Motel and why it is so special. So first things first, I spray it on, and it has magnetic cap. That's a very nice touch. And right away, although there is bergamot in the top, I don't get much of citrusy energy, because this is surely a very spicy fragrance, at least to me. And carnation, which is one of the middle notes, stands out the most to me in this composition. It is supported by incense and iris. I can't tell that this is overly smoky or too powdery fragrance, but they definitely play well around the note of carnation, making it more mysterious. And in the base, there is this tobacco that is sweetened by vanilla. There is a bit of patchouli. There is actually leather that is also quite noticeable. It is very soft and not animalic. And there is a hint of oak moss, which might bring in a bit of this, you know, slightly chypre vibe, because there is bergamot in the opening, but it doesn't smell too mature. This fragrance smells rather mysterious and very cozy, thanks to this sweet spiciness in there. And tobacco is not the main note in this composition, because as I've already told you, the most I get the carnation, and that, you know, sweet, powdery and spicy smokiness actually reminds me of Louis by Guerlain, that you guys know I love so much. And I was so curious if these two come close, as some people on the internet were claiming, and I loved the similarity, but at the same time the differences between them, because I really want to have something that would remind me of my and Benny's favorite fragrance by Guerlain. But with that being said, I've told you about the notes. Now I actually want to read you the official description of the fragrance, that goes like this. When Andy Warhol was planning to move near the Hamptons, he admitted to having chosen Montauk for the outdated and slightly kitsch architecture of the Memory Motel, still in operation with its tiki to door and very Motel 6 features. Warhol becomes an anchor point, a lighthouse for an entire generation of artists. He rented his mansion for a summer to a Rolling Rolling Stones, who were rehearsing for their tour and pre-recording what would be one of their greatest albums, Black and Blue, which included the melancholy ballad Memory Motel. This eponymous perfume is the burning tribute to those restless, turbulent times, an untracious perfume with notes of tobacco wrapped in patchouli leaves, pierced with a touch of vanilla. And that is how the official description of this fragrance goes, and I noticed that all fragrances of this brand have their stories, which are definitely very inspiring, so there is actually an idea behind them. And the feeling that this fragrance gives me is somehow a little bit nostalgic, a little bit melancholy, and at the same time extremely cozy. That's what I absolutely loved to wear during those chilly and even cold evenings and nights that we've had in April. Actually, even now on my birthday, which is today, it is pretty cool outside, which is not that typical for the end of this month, and this fragrance goes so well with the weather like that, when it is a little bit rainy, when it is a little bit cloudy, because it just gives you this feeling that you're wearing a very cozy and very, very lovely and at the same time discreet fragrance. So for all of those who love spicy, powdery, sweet and slightly smoky fragrances, this is definitely a must try, and I would highly recommend you to look into this line that I haven't heard many people talk about. So in case you are already familiar with it, please let me know what's your experience with it, and if you would like me to film like a collection overview on all their fragrances, please let me know that. And of course, I would like to know what is your most favorite fragrance of the month. Maybe you discovered something interesting. I would definitely like to know more about that. And if you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them. So just drop me a comment down below. As always, your feedback is highly appreciated. And if you enjoyed watching this video and could learn something interesting from it, then please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, because that way more people will see this video and discover a new and very unusual fragrance, Memory Motel. And with that being said, that was actually all from me. I wish you an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching this video. In case you would like to stay in touch, you can follow me on my social media. All the helpful links are going to be down below, so check out the description box and make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other in my next one really soon. Bye guys.